Looking for a new limited format to play? I might have just the thing for you. As Magic players, we naturally accumulate booster packs. Though we try not to, it just happens. We win packs from tournaments, pre-releases, FNMs, and drafts, or we split a box with friends but still have some left over. Or we find a deal that's too good to be true and we buy out the shelf of sealed product, or someone gives you a bundle as a gift. These packs accumulate and you don't want to just crack them, right? So you put the right number aside to draft later, and then with all the loose ones left, you save up for a chaos draft. You're excited and proud of your inventory. You're ready to fire a draft, or 3. But sometimes it's hard to get the 8 of you together. Life happens, you accept that, but you're patient because you know that drafting is fun. And then COVID-19 happened. You can't meet up with your friends and the stacks of packs just stare at you ominously. You know you don't want to just crack them, you tell yourself you're better than that, but with each passing day in quarantine, the booster packs get more and more enticing. In fact, you're reminded of every moment where your friends randomly opened a pack and pulled something spectacular, and you think, hey, that could be me too. Let me tell you, it's not worth it. You're just going to disappoint yourself most of the time. Plus, it's a known fact that every time you open a booster pack for no play value, Marshall stops what he's doing to be disappointed in you. So what do we do then? What can we do with all these extra booster packs laying around just begging to be opened? Playing Magic over webcam is fine, but you can't draft. Let me introduce you to a way where you can get maximum play value out of your booster packs and also get to know each card you open intimately. I call it Value Wars. It's a limited format where you can play with any packs you have laying around and your friends can do the same. It really doesn't matter if the packs are in the same set or not. It's all in the name of value, fun. So how do you play? I believe this odd format is at its best when up against one opponent, specifically someone you happen to be quarantining with. You start with each person getting 6 packs. They can be all the same or different for a little chaotic fun. You could just play normal sealed, but in Value Wars you extend the playability of all your cards and booster packs. So take the first pack and use it to play a pack war. In case you're not familiar, pack wars is when you crack open a booster pack without looking at its contents and carefully remove the token. Then you shuffle that pack with 3 of each basic land, giving you an extremely janky 30-card deck. In pack wars, there is no looking at the cards beforehand, no mulligans, no whining, games are best of 1, but most importantly, just have fun with it. Sometimes you'll flood into all the wrong colors, or you'll be able to play your bomb rare. Sometimes your deck will have 4 creatures, and sometimes it will have 11. There may not be some cards you can even cast, and in some sets you may even end up with more than 16 lands. Whatever the case, just roll with it and do your best. After the first pack, you're going to do the same thing again with the second pack, and also the third pack. After those 3 exciting games of Pack Wars, you now have a pool consisting of about 45 cards. You can now play sealed with this pool. I know what you're thinking. 3-pack sealed seems low-powered, silly, and a little ridiculous. You're kind of right, but Wizards of the Coast actually wanted to implement this as they released Kaladesh. It was a sealed league that started you off with 3 packs, and you built up from there. Granted, building a 30-card deck is a lot easier when the set revolves around colorless artifacts, but it's still doable and you'd be surprised at what you can scrap together. So yes, you're going to play 3-pack sealed. You'll play 2 games, not a best of 2, but 2 games as is. You can win twice, lose twice, or make it interesting and tie it up with a game apiece. Also, since your decks will be pretty weird, you get 1 free mulligan. After that, you're going to set those cards aside and go through that cycle again. Pack War, Pack War, Pack War. Build another 30-card sealed deck with those 3 packs, and then play another 2 games. Now, you've done it. You've unlocked all your packs. It's like that satisfying feeling of unlocking Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, and Jigglypuff in Super Smash Bros. On the N64. You've graduated from building 30-card decks. With your pool of 6 booster packs, you can now build a 40-card deck for the final round. It'll be a normal best of 3 match with your deck. And with that, you'll have completed your Value War. So to review, it's Pack War, Pack War, Pack War, 3 packs sealed with those 3 packs, and then put it aside, pack war, pack war, pack war, another round of 3 packs sealed with those 3 packs you just opened, then bring it all together to play the final round with 6 packs sealed. Tally up your wins and calculate your points. Each pack war win is worth 1 point. In 3 packs sealed, each game you win is worth 1 point, and the final showdown will be worth 3 points. I know the game is basically decided once someone acquires 7 points, but you could stop there, or you could slug it out and make sure your opponent doesn't get 13 points on you. Anyway, the player with the most points will be crowned the winner and the Lord Sultan of Value, or LSV for short. I highly suggest making yourself an MTG crown if you haven't already, for crowning the winner, of course. You might ask, why should I play this way? Who is this format for? There's always that tension of, should I save these booster packs for a draft with friends, or should I crack it for fun? The compromise is sometimes cracking 6 packs and playing some casual sealed, which is fine, but this is an idea to stretch as much playability out of each booster pack. It's often disappointing when you give in and crack a pack, only to find that you opened a 25-cent rare and a handful of limited playables. Theoretically, a standard booster pack is worth $3 to $4 until it's opened. It's a gamble, and I think it's rarely worth the risk. I'll make the argument that you get to play with cards you never really thought you'd ever play. As I mentioned before, you will get to know your pool of cards very intimately. Maybe some cards are sleepers, maybe some are a little better than you thought. Sometimes the best ideas come from extreme constraints. To loosely quote Day 9 and his Fun Day Mondays, that's why Mad Libs are so effective. If someone asks you to think of a funny sentence, you might not be able to come up with one on the spot. But think of a funny verb and stick it into a random sentence, and maybe you've got something. Here's some cards I picked out of my M21 pre-release pool. Each of these I would only play if I had to, and sometimes you have to. But when your opponent is in the same boat, it makes for some interesting games. It's also a reason to open up those booster packs that were never meant to be drafted. Maybe you won them or got them as a Christmas present. Wouldn't it be hilarious and absolutely terrible to play pack wars with homelands? Do you think it could beat a box topper in a pack war? It's not a good reason, but hey, it's a reason. That aside, this is a way to get extra play value out of your pre-release kits for the upcoming set, especially if the only other person you can play Magic with is your spouse or roommate during this pandemic. Instead of doing a normal pre-release by cracking everything, building a deck, and playing a few rounds with each other, you can have a value war and play 11 rounds of games, with each round wildly different from the last. You could also do this with a bundle. Since it has 10 packs, you split it amongst 2 people and play a variant with 5 packs each. Or agree with your friends, each get a bundle, and increment your way up to 10 like some sort of drawn out sealed league. If you go that route, I suggest enforcing a 45 card deck minimum at 8 packs and 50 cards at 10 packs. This format is for the people that live for the 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s, and N-for-1s. This is for the people that like to regrow their green onions on their windowsill. This is for the people that have their own herb garden. This is for the people that love value in the form of gameplay, not just monetary value. Look, Magic can be an expensive hobby. Here's a way to get as much fun as possible out of 6 booster packs you are planning to crack anyway. Give it a try, and let me know what you guys think. Good luck on your games, may you draw well, and may your plays be filled with value.